You've probably seen them on social media or even have them in your home. Water beads, a tiny ball made out of super absorbent polymer material.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says they're often sold as toys and craft kits or used as sensory tools for children with developmental disabilities. But when exposed to water, the tiny balls, which start as small as a pinhead, can grow 100 times their original size. And that can pose as a dangerous, even deadly threat to young kids.
A mother in Phoenix nearly lost her 9-month-old because he swallowed the toy.
Reporter Susan Campbell explains why it took days to figure out what was actually going on inside the young boy.
Jonah was just 9 months old when he got really sick.
He was just like projectile vomiting in a way I've never seen.
His mom, McKaylee Brown, took him to the hospital.
In the emergency room, they're like, we're seeing babies that are dehydrated all the time. Take some anti-nausea and some Gatorade and you're good.
But he wasn't. McKaylee's intuition told her this wasn't a virus.
It was so miserable to see him just so severely ill and no answers.
The diagnosis took days. A CT scan finally solved the mystery.
The surgeon was wonderful, and he came in and he's like, I don't understand it, but there's like a big ball inside of him, like something he couldn't have swallowed. And then it clicked that like we had water beads in our home.
Water beads like this. They're really tiny, but grow when they're in water. McKaylee had purchased the toy for her older child.
We played with them in our house one time, and they spilt, and we cleaned them all out, so we thought, and I think one just must have been stuck in like a carpet fiber that he found.
That single water bead ballooned inside Jonah's intestine. He was rushed into surgery to have it removed.
Kids have died because of these.
The Consumer Product Safety Commission says there were an estimated 7,800 visits to the ER because of water bead injuries between 2016 and 2022.
If it goes down in your airway or your trachea or the back of your throat, it can swell up and close off your airway or block your breathing. Or if it goes down your GI tract and goes into your esophagus, stomach, and intestines, it can keep expanding, and some of these can get to the size of a tennis ball or a racquetball, and it'll cause a complete bowel obstruction.
Now New Jersey Congressman Frank Pallone is proposing a ban on water beads that are marketed for kids.
Do you think a ban is a step in the right direction?
Absolutely, I think it is. And I think there's enough evidence out there. There's enough clinical reports through different children's hospitals and whatnot. Our experience here, we've seen it, where it should just be banned.
McKaylee wants a ban too.
There's a group of us who have all had traumatic experiences, but then there's one mom who just doesn't have her daughter, and I've listened to her share her story many times. And we're so lucky we're not in that situation, but it just doesn't feel fair that she's not here too.
In 2023, the CPSC issued a safety alert urging parents and caregivers to remove the product from any environment with children under the age of 3. They also suggest daycare, schools, and camps avoid water beads entirely. If you have a dangerous experience with water beads, you can report it at saferproducts.gov.
In December 2023, Amazon, Target, and Walmart voluntarily stopped selling their water beads following those calls for a ban on the popular toy.
There have also been recalls for some water bead products, but you can still find dozens of different options to buy online. In fact, our investigations have found recalled or banned products have a way of making it into your home despite specific laws that have been put into place because people have been seriously hurt or killed. Federal agents say imports and third-party sellers play a role.
We've seen things online by a seller that we know have killed a child before. We have flagged it for the platform, and then a week later we see the same listing under a slightly different name on the platform. And again, we tell the platform that they take it down, but that game of whack-a-mole has to stop.
There is a small agency in charge of stopping these products before they reach you. We have a behind-the-scenes look at how they do it. Plus, ways you can check to see if any products in your home are under a recall. Just head to InvestigateTV.com and search Defective.